everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to look at a very important topic, part of my ebook series, Food as Medicine, Promoting Female Health. So this topic we're looking at today, it's titled Food for Healthy Pregnancy, Nourishing for Two Lives at Once. As we know, pregnancy is a very transformative journey in the life of a woman. Over this course of 9 months, the woman becomes a creative vessel. So she eats to nourish herself and that of our growing baby. So why is it important to have a proper diet? So over this course of 9 months, the optimum nutrition required for the baby to grow, and whatever intakes, whatever food, nutrition the mother is getting will in turn speed up the development of the 13th system of the human body, also easing symptoms of pregnancy, promoting normal fetus development, and also preventing complications. Now, what are these nutrients? So there are so many nutrients, but we're going to look at the most important ones today. So we're looking at, the first one we're looking at, it's folate acid, or folic acid as we know it. Folate is the natural occurring form of folic acid. It is very important during the first week of pregnancy to prevent some neural defects such as spinal bifida. Why is it very important? This is a very key nutrient that supports the baby DNA formation, red blood cell production. It's very, very important. Now, what are the sources of this folic acids? So from foods, you can get them from eating leafy vegetables, or you can get them from eating fruits. Fruits are a very good source of it. Oranges, bananas, kiwi, these are very good source. Berries are a very good source of folate as well. Now, oranges are a very good source of folate and also a very good source of vitamin C. Broccoli, avocados, these are very good source of folate. Now, all these classes of fruits are not just to provide folate, they also provide other vitamins that are very necessary for absorption of iron, such as vitamin C coming from orange, coming from kiwi. And also other fruits like banana are very, very essential. Mind you, bananas are a good source of potassium, magnesium. Potassium for reducing blood pressure, magnesium for reducing cramps, and also very good source of vitamin B6, which helps to, of course, elevate morning symptoms. Now, be mindful, banana, it's also have the tendency to cause glucose spikes. So over the course of pregnancy, sweet fruits should be eaten in moderation. Now, another good source of nutrient is iron. Iron is very good. Iron, it's necessary to transport oxygen around the mother's body and also that to the baby. And also ions are very important. So one of the good sources of iron is meat. Lean beefs are very good source. Chicken, fish are very good source of iron. Spinach are very good source of ions. Now, one thing you must be mindful of, during the course of pregnancy, women, they tend to have certain symptoms. We call them cravings. Now, some cravings are due to emotional cues. Some are due to deficiency. For example, iron deficiency. It causes a syndrome known as sideropenic syndrome. This syndrome causes a lot of symptoms. Symptoms like tiredness, pale. These are parts of anemia. It's an anemia, so it's an anemic syndrome. Now, one syndrome very particular about the iron deficiency, which is sideropenic syndrome, it's pica, having craving for non-like food substance such as clay, sands. You hear pregnant women saying, "Oh, I feel like eating ice blocks. I feel like eating cubes. I feel like eating sand, clay, foam." These are not just cravings. These are due to certain nutrient deficiency. So having a lot of, not a lot, an overdose, but in moderation, iron would help deal with cravings like this. Now, another very good source of food or nutrient that should be integrated into the diet of a pregnant woman is, of course, fruits and vegetables, like I said, are very good. Also, carbohydrates, whole grains are very good source of carbohydrate. Oat, quinoas, these are brown rice, these are good source of carbohydrate. Of course, you need energy. Now, the whole idea of eating is to nourish for two, not to eat for two. So it's very essential to control portion, eat in small quantities so as to be mindful of weight gain, to be mindful of intake of too many carbohydrates, not to result to spiking glucose level and then result into gestational diabetes. Now, one other nutrient to be mindful of, it's omega-3 fatty acids. These are very important for the brain development, fetal development, brain development of the fetus, and also to prevent postpartum depression. So very good source of omega-3 fatty acids are sardines. Salmons are very good source of it as well. And also, vitamin D and calciums are very, very important. Calciums are very important for teeth development, bone formation. These are important for the baby. In line with vitamin D, so vitamin D would aid the absorption of calcium. Vitamin D is necessary for immune system. Good source of vitamin D are egg yolk. Also, almond milk, it's a very good source of calcium and also vitamin D. Now, fermented foods are very important to integrate into your diet. Fermented foods are overwhelming in its benefit. Other than improving the gut health, which is very important for your overall metabolism, it's also a very good source of calcium and also a very good source of other essential minerals for the body. Now, with fermented food, be mindful of some of the fermented foods like kimchi, which is very salty, and also unpasteurized fermented food like cheese. They might have some harmful bacteria. Fermented foods have very beneficial bacterial culture, which is essential for your health and also for your gut health overall. Now, importantly, the idea of eating during pregnancy, it's not to eat for two, but to nourish for two. So it is very essential you pay attention to your diet during pregnancy. Pay attention to symptoms that are occurring. And one most important nutrient not to forget, choline is very good, very overlooked nutrient, but very essential during pregnancy. It is very essential because why? It prevents certain congenital disabilities which is due to brain not developing properly. And one of the sources of choline, egg yolks are one of the sources of choline. Chickens are one of the sources of choline. And also other vegetables such as quinoa are very good source of choline. All right, click like, share, follow for more content like this. All right, ciao, see you.